The views and opinions expressed on all radio shows broadcast on Tom's Radio Toronto are entirely those of the hosts, guests, and callers who are entirely responsible for all show content and do not in any way reflect the opinions of Tom's Radio Toronto or its staff. These broadcasts are presented and made public as entertainment and general information only, in the hope that they will be entertaining and informative to listeners. They are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or mitigate in any way any disease or condition, or to promote any specific lifestyle, belief, religion, political affiliation, or other personal practice, nor is the information presented necessarily accurate or verifiable.
Hey, good afternoon, everyone.
Magandang hapon po.
Wow, we have Chris
viewers.
back here, right? You're back. I'm so glad to see you. Sitting
Na-miss
next
ko talaga.
to
I
me.
miss the studio. I
Oh
miss
yeah,
Sir
yeah. I'm
Ian,
so happy
everybody
to
here.
to see you here, like sitting next to me.
I know.
Yeah.
Na-miss ko yung chair.
Oh, yeah.
The microphone and the headset.
Yeah. So today, actually, we have a remote guest, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
another
We have
remote guest.
Attorney Aldrin Palacio. He's my nephew. He's my sister's son, the eldest son. He's the eldest nephew, the eldest grandson. So he's kind of like spoiled. I think, yeah.
Sport professional naman si Aldrin. Hi, Aldrin.
Hi, Aldrin. Yeah. So Aldrin is a labor lawyer. Yeah, and I just said that earlier, right? Did I
Yes.
say that earlier? Yeah.
Filipino
And hi,
labor
Aldrin.
lawyer.
How's the weather there, Aldrin?
It's rainy because of Bagyong Kiko.
Oh,
Right.
typhoon pa pala tayo.
Pulling in the monsoon winds from the West Philippine Sea and stuff.
Oh, okay. Good. Aldrin actually was named after the first astronaut that went to the moon. My sister named him Aldrin, from Buzz Aldrin. Yeah, the first. You know that Aldrin, right?
May astronaut eh. Oo.
Yeah, yeah. Your mom told me about that. Yeah.
Yeah. I asked her before when I was a kid, and she told me, "Hey, you were named after an astronaut." So I wanted to become an astronaut, but you can't do that in the Philippines. So I became a lawyer instead.
Malay mo naman, Aldrin.
Yes, good. Yeah, if I try to pursue astronaut in the 2000, early 2000 before 2010, it's difficult here. You need to get into the army perhaps, then get assigned to the US military, then get assigned to the Air Force of the US military, and then go from there. So it's going to be a little bit difficult, I think. But hey, I really like being a lawyer though.
Oh, that's good. That's the most
that's
important thing, right? That you love what you do.
I know. I normally
Yeah.
call everybody here, sir. Pero ito, kailangang i-remind ko yung sarili ko. Attorney. Aldrin.
Yeah, Aldrin Palacio. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you can call me Aldrin for this.
Since see, because I'm the youngest, right, and he's the eldest nephew. Well, there's another. He's a cousin. He has a cousin from my eldest sister, which is a little older than him. So I think our gap is probably like about 10 or 11.
Hindi naman mukha. Huwag natin yung gap.
No. What I'm saying, because I'm the youngest, you know what I mean. So our gap is not that much.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's my
Makaka-relate
nephew.
ka pa talaga sa mga story ni Aldrin.
Yeah, of
Ian.
course. Yeah. So, do you want to start?
We used to hang out with Ian, and I used to hang out when she visits
Oh.
here, here in the Philippines.
Yeah.
Anong memories mo naman kay Ian, Aldrin, other than hanging out?
I cannot say a lot of things, but I can say I had fun with her. When she's here, we go out.
Ini-spoil ba kayo? Ini-spoil? Spoiler
To a
ba?
degree.
Yeah.
Not that much, but to a degree.
Yeah, to be honest, I think I spoiled Aldrin more than anybody.
Eh, syempre siya nga ang,
Yeah,
di ba?
because he's the
Among the
eldest.
Yeah, among the aunts and the uncles, yeah.
Yeah.
Tita Ian spoils me a lot.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, I think I remember also you ordered helicopter when you were young. How old were you when you
Ordered
tried to order helicopter?
I want to buy a helicopter
You're-
when I was 12 years old.
Yeah.
And I was at 12 years old. I was calling helicopter retailers here in the Philippines, and they're like believing that I was
You're serious that you
They're
wanted to
believing me
buy.
that I'm an adult. Seriously contemplating buying a helicopter from them. So,
Why
and
that?
they'll call back my mother, and my mother will like, what?
Yeah. Ginawa mo rin ba yung credit card? Baka namang ano, di ba? Para ready talaga.
We don't have.
At
We
that
didn't have
time, I
credit
think,
card when
no
I
credit
was
card.
Ay, hindi
so-
pa.
so- no. We don't have credit card when I was.
Pero serious
But if
caller
we
lang
did
talaga.
have credit card,
Yeah.
I think I would have
Mabibili. Oo, madideliver.
Yeah. Yeah.
perhaps.
Yeah,
But
madideliver.
those things are like what, 5 million cheapest?
Yeah.
The
Helicopter lang to,
the
di ba?
one person helicopter is like what, 5 million at the time. So I don't know if my parents
Kayang-kaya ni Sir Ian yan, ni Tita Ian. Walang wala yan. Ayun tayo.
Yeah. So
I'm sure.
yeah. So Alden, tell us. So, what do you do as a labor lawyer?
I represent my federal. I'm a member of the national correction. I'm the legal counsel for the National Federation of Labor Unions. So I represent the local unions when they have disputes with the company or when they fire a member of our local unions. I represent them before the labor arbiters here in the Philippines. Basically that's the gist of it. And sometimes they would consult me about a lot of stuff related to their unions. But basically that too, grievances against their company for the unions and termination disputes or money disputes when it comes to the employees or the members of those unions.
Oh, I see. I thought.
Basically,
Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead.
basically that's what all I do. Day in, day out, I basically do research about labor laws and the labor advisories of the Department of Labor and Employment here. A bunch of reading and writing. We don't have face-to-face conferences or trials here because of the lockdowns.
Oh,
But
I
basically,
see.
it's all about papers and documents. So that's what I do.
Yeah. So you're working from home, right?
I'm working from home. I'm doing a lot of online consultations with my clients. I didn't used to do it before the lockdowns, the draconian lockdowns. I have to qualify. Then I prefer meeting my clients face to face because I could ask them a lot of questions and I could see their body language, whether or not, okay, this guy's lying to me. I need to get
Totoo ba yun?
out
May
of
ma-
this.
I think it's always.
I think that's
yeah.
what interesting too.
Yeah.
How can you tell if they're lying or not? Sabi mo nga body language. Paano ba yan?
I don't know how. I'm just used to it by now because I used to work at the before the regional trial court and the metropolitan trial court. Just observing the witnesses, you'd know whether or not they are being evasive, their body language. I mean, I think it's an acquired thing that we get when you've been working with the trial courts for so long. So it's a feeling sometimes. Of course, you have to rule out that they are feeling sick or anything like that. But once you rule that out, and they do. Okay, this is the number one tell that I usually have. They don't look at me when they're talking.
Oh, so
yeah.
kailangan
So,
talaga
diba?
yung
Eye
contact.
contact.
That's number one. That's number
Eye
one red
contact.
Eye
flag.
contact.
If
Yeah.
you're talking to your lawyer, they're not looking at you or at least making eye contact from time to time. You have to wonder: are you hiding something from me? So you have to assure them a lot of times that, hey, this is confidential. You need to tell me everything, or else I will not be able to defend your case or to
Yan,
prosecute
totoo
your
yan.
case.
Kailangan
Exactly.
talaga malaman mo lahat ng information.
Yeah, and after that, usually they come out. Hey, attorney, this is the real situation. I gave you a favorable narration of facts. Now here's really what happened. And after that, I tell them, hey, we need witnesses for your story. So usually, you just need to get them comfortable and to assure them that, hey, I'm on your side.
Yan.
So
Mm.
yeah.
Do you have anything for him?
Ako,
Yeah.
gusto ko ring malaman kung are you working exclusively for a specific company or talagang ano ka, open for
No,
client like
I'm a solo practitioner right now, but most of my clients come from the local unions of the National Federation of Labor Unions, or NAFLU for short. So most of my clients come from them. I used to accept clients from my YouTube channel. They would email me and stuff, but I'm having troubles with them. We have problems with trust usually.
tsaka
They
yung
would
paano sila
usually-
nagsasettle ng bill pag ganun, di ba? Siyempre remote eh.
It's if you're a local member of the NAFLU, local union member, we usually have this contingent agreement.
May
If we win, and I
You
and
take
I
it from that.
execute
Oo.
the decision, I'll get a percentage. So, but in the meantime, I don't earn anything except for some transportation expenses and stuff like that. In the meantime,
Ito ba ang effect ng COVID sa mga attorney sa Philippines at this point? Kasi
effect of COVID in the Philippines, a lot of lawyers lost a lot of business.
Right.
The lockdowns, because of the lockdowns, cases don't progress. There's no hearing. Then cases before the Supreme Court is at a standstill because of the lockdowns, limited capacity and stuff like that. So
marami
yeah,
talagang na-affect.
lawyers are having problems with the lockdown as well. I know of a law firm that lost more than half of its billings because of the lockdowns.
Oh, I see. And like here, a lot of businesses also closed down for good.
Giving salaries to their employees, but you only have a certain number of months before you have to let them go legally in the Philippines, unless you have a discussion with them and they agree to extend their furlough. But if you lose these people within your company, you lose a lot of the we called it brain drain. Brain drain within the company. If you get so much brain drain in your company, then might as well close down because you'd have to retrain everyone.
Right. Yeah. I see.
Pero yung mga seniority noon, syempre, I think yun yung mga ano, because they're getting paid more, di ba? So yun yung mga pinupush nila out the door.
It depends. Most of the time, for my experience, most of the time they push out the new guys
The new
first.
guys. Mhm.
The new guys first. Then they start pushing out everyone else after that. But the weird thing is this: you're pushing out people who's been with you and who already has training, and you're not cutting costs on other things. I'll give you an example. They pushed out the regular employees, but they rehired new guys as quote unquote fixed term employees. So these fixed term employees are basically temporaries, and they have no training, but you kicked out the people who knows the job already, but you have to pay them regular salaries and the benefits and stuff. So I mean, economically, that doesn't make any sense because the experience and the knowledge that you're pushing out is worth more than what you're gonna save by hiring temporary employees.
I see.
Of course, that's just my opinion, but of course, it makes sense. Kasi,
All right.
I mean,
That's
if the employee doesn't know how to do its job, then you're just paying him useless salaries, right?
And Aldrin, by law, ano ba yung pina-follow nating rules sa Philippines na in terms of letting people go? Yun nga, kagaya ng opinion na binigay mo na it doesn't make sense why they're doing that. Process.
Basically, the rule is this: in a pandemic situation, you can retrench your employees or you can declare a redundancy. Retrenchment basically means your company is losing a lot of money, and you have no other choice but to let go of the employees after you've already tried cost-saving measures, other cost-saving measures. Then, with regards to redundancy, basically you have too many workers for your business, so you have to let them go. But you're not necessarily losing money. Again, you have to do everything you can to give them work. And if you can no longer give them any work, then the employees dead weight. So you just have to let them go. What's happening is that's the idealistic, that's
Scenario.
the legal thing. That's the
Yeah.
ideal. That's the ideal scenario. However, what's happening right now is that employers are violating the law. They are letting go of their employees, even though they're not really losing money, or even if they're losing money. If you let go of an employee, you should not rehire a replacement.
right. Yeah.
So,
Okay? Excuse me. Okay, sorry.
Okay.
You should not rehire an employee. But what's happening is that they're letting go of the regular employees, then they're rehiring temporary employees. So that's basically illegal.
illegal. Oh.
Yeah, basically that's basically illegal. And the Supreme Court of the Philippines is very consistent with that. If you let go of employees, for example, a driver, you should not rehire a temporary driver back. You can rehire any other position, but not a driver to replace the other driver.
Yeah. Pero ito na nga yun na some employers are getting creative, right? They can still do that, but manipulate the position of the people. So it's not exactly the same. Nilet go ko tong driver, nag-hire ako ng chef, pero nagda-drive din tong chef na to. Something like that.
Oh, multitasking.
If you consolidate, yeah, that happens. But most of the time, what they do is that they consolidate positions. For example, a chef becomes a delivery driver at the same time. But you consolidate the position. You don't rehire
Don't rehire.
a new driver and a new chef.
Oh.
Basically, you just consolidate these positions. To make you have to understand that retrenchment is all about cost cutting.
Cost
Redundancy is all about excess manpower. So if the labor arbiter looks at your case and sees that, hey, you're not cost cutting, you're just replacing a regular employee with a temporary employee. You're not really cost cutting. Then they look at, if you're declaring a redundancy, they'll check, hey, I thought you have excess manpower, but why are you hiring a new employee to do the job of the other employee that you just let go?
Right.
So you instead consolidate that job with another job. For example, a messenger can become your delivery driver at the same time. You consolidate the positions. That's allowed.
That's allowed.
But what's happening right now is that they're just getting temporary employees instead of regular employees. They're trying to get away with not paying the benefits and the collective bargaining agreement benefits as well.
That's exactly what's happening here too, right?
Yeah.
They try to let go. They like somebody who's like working for like 15, 20 years in a company who's making very good money and good benefits package. So they try to let them go and hire a new one as a temporary,
As a
right?
temporary.
Yeah, no benefits.
Or they
So they're
change the
trying to save
position.
money. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about your laws, but here in the Philippines, that's illegal.
Oh.
I've even heard. Basically, it's in my YouTube comments, so I can talk about it. It's not really my client.
Sure.
What happened to him is that he was already retiring in about 2 years. He made that comment last year, so he should retire next year. The company let him go. They came up with a weird, convoluted story about him committing violations of the company regulations. Then they let him go. Then they started hiring someone else to replace him. So the company basically shot itself on the foot because the replacement that they hired doesn't even know where to begin in doing the other guy's job, and they're like missing payments on the Social Security and PhilHealth or Medicare here in the Philippines. So, jokes on them.
I see.
So, can you give us a sample of settlement dyan in any case that you have to work on? Is it worth every employee?
Can you finish your
Excuse me,
question?
excuse me.
Finish your
Settlement?
question, yeah.
Yun nga.
Yeah. With regards to settlement, basically, I encourage my clients to settle as much as possible, and I encourage the employer to settle as much as possible during
Meet halfway, di ba? Meet halfway sila.
during the mediation stage. Here in the Philippines, before you could file a case, you need to go through mediation. So we have mediation, and I encourage them, hey, let's not make this difficult for everyone. Let's try to settle. Usually, the employee wants to settle. They don't want this to drag on because they need the money.
Right.
The employer is the one who say, no. I'm gonna take this case to the Supreme Court. And lo and behold, 2 years down the line, 3 years down the line, hey, they come to me and say, hey, attorney, can we settle this case? And then now, because the employee is pissed off at them, the employee won't settle.
Won't settle.
Usually, that's what's happening right now. And it's weird because if I'm the employer, I'd want to settle the case as much as possible because it will limit your exposure to millions and millions of pesos of awards from the arbiters. I have seen cases, jurisprudence or case law here in the Philippines that awarded about 100 million to the employees, I think. Yeah, something in the order of that. And the company just went bankrupt because they cannot pay the award of the Supreme Court. So like,
Mataas siguro. Masyado
Yeah. Aldrin, I hate to break this, but I have to take a few minutes break.
We'll take a few minutes.
Yeah,
break.
and stay
Aldrin.
with us, Aldrin. We'll be right back.
Yeah, we'll be right
Okay.
back.
Our company is committed to providing truthful, honest, competent, and result-oriented service through advising and representing our clients in Canada and overseas in a wide range of immigration matters. We focus on providing support, building dependable relationships, and promoting success. We are dedicated to understanding what results you want and to helping you understand what actions we can take on your behalf.
and we're back.
We're back.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Aldrin, we're back.
And Aldrin, for the
Hello,
viewers who just joined in now, we have Attorney Aldrin Palacio from the Philippines. He's a
Hello, good
Filipino
afternoon
labor
to
lawyer.
everyone.
Hi, Aldrin.
Yeah. Aldrin, Tito Bea actually saying hi. Great show, and thanks again for waking up early. You look good, and love you so much, Tita Bea.
Love you too, Tita Bea. Thank you for complimenting me on my look.
Yeah.
I just shaved.
Yeah, that's good.
Normally I would be like, okay, beard and stuff like that. No, not beard. Stubbles all over.
Oh,
don't
because
appear in court
yeah, you're working
anymore.
at home. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm working from home, and even my clients don't even see me that often. So usually it's all stubbles and stuff, and my hair
Oh.
would be like long. So I had to shave and trim my hair.
Oh, nice. Oh, thanks for doing that. You take your time to do that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oo nga.
Yeah, I don't
Tsaka-
I don't want to appear like a haggard haggard person, you know. I
nga,
have a
kailangan
brand
ng
to
ano,
maintain
Yeah.
for my YouTube channel as
For
well.
attorney, di ba? Kailangan talaga. So, attorney,
Yeah.
we won't let you go
Yeah.
until we hear from you yung day-to-day na routine mo as an attorney. Anong first task mo in the morning? Is it checking emails, having coffee, as a professional?
Basically, I have to take care of the dog.
Ooh, yun.
That's the first thing I have to do. I have to take care of my dog because if I don't walk him, I don't take care of him, he'd be a nuisance. I won't be able to do anything. So I have to take care of the dog first.
Dog
Then,
first.
after taking care of the dog,
Everything else
I
follows.
check my messages,
Yun.
and I usually have this. I have this system that if something is urgent, I'll reply to that first. Then the less urgent messages I would set aside. Then I'll write my pleadings, or if I need to file motions or whatever, I'll write the motions. Then when everything is said and done, I'll recheck and try to respond to as much of messages from my clients as I can.
Talagang professional
That makes
pala,
sense.
no?
Yeah.
Right? After walking the dog,
Yeah. Because, you know,
After walking
yeah.
the dog,
Yeah,
first thing
because
in the morning, you walk the dog.
yeah, because you know what they say, a tired dog is a good dog, right?
Yeah, tired dog is a good dog.
ito yun. They're more calm
Yeah.
sila.
Yeah.
A lot of the furniture here in the house is like that my dog chewed.
Yeah. Malaking dog to, I'm
Tried
assuming.
a lot of the
Small dog, actually.
It's a small
wooden
dog.
furniture.
Yeah.
So
Then,
I learned that the hard way.
your dog is a small dog, right? A medium dog.
No,
right?
he's 5.5 kilos.
Oh, it's a small, right?
Yeah, it's a very small dog.
Small dog.
And he's
Small.
also a very hyper dog for his size. Small and hyper dog.
Okay yun. Kasi
And
para sa workout, di ba? Kasi hindi ka naman nilalabas ng makakalabas with itong mga dog na lap dog lang, di ba? Dito lang, upo lang.
Yeah.
yeah, it's a workout. Actually, I lost a lot of weight because I walk the dog every day, twice a day for 1 hour at least.
Oh, that's
So
good.
I lost a lot of weight.
Yeah.
I used to be like what? I think nearing 100 kilos. Then now I'm 91 kilos. So I lost
Oh,
9
that's good.
kilos.
Oh, so what happened?
Real diet.
You were skinny growing up. You were so skinny. He's very
Yeah, I
tall
was
and
so
skinny.
growing up.
May face naman eh.
My weight usually played around 70 to 80 kilos. Right now, then during law school, I gained a lot of weight. I went up to 90. Then during the lockdown, I gained more weight. So fortunately, I have a dog to give me some exercise. So, yeah,
That's good.
and I hope to go back to 80. I mean, being above 90 is not cool. I mean, it's hard. I mean, tying your shoes alone is hard. I mean, if my weight is distributed proportionately, yeah, that's fine. But most of my weight is in my midsection. You know, it's hard if you have so much weight in your midsection.
And COVID is not helping, di ba?
Oh yeah,
Mag-i-
the lockdown. The
naka-
lockdown is not helping. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, the lockdown really, really screwed up my weight. I mean, my sugar shot up because of the lockdown. I never had problems with sugar. I've been maintaining it well before the lockdown. Then during the lockdown in 2020, March to December,
March. Yeah.
my sugar really shot up. And it's not good. It's not fun. It's not fun considering that both of my friends have diabetes. So
Oh, you have to
I
be
really have
careful.
to keep
Yeah,
that in
you have
check.
to be careful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it runs in our family too, Aldrin.
So,
Yeah.
bawal ka maghalo-halo, Sir Ian. Ayun.
Yeah.
So you need to check that. You need to keep that in check. So
Yeah.
I'm fortunate I have a dog right now.
That's good. Yeah. So we also have Ami actually is watching us, and Ami Distorbia Robles, and AC David is watching us. Thanks for watching, and Evelyn Bautista, Show My
Hello.
King. Yeah,
Show My
actually,
King.
yeah,
Yeah.
Show My King is watching us. Yeah, Rainbow Connection today is brought to us by Show My King.
By Show My King.
Yeah, Show My King.
Marami pa kayo marinig about Show My King.
Yeah, and yeah, she will have a commercial with us, and also she will be our black timer soon, so we can talk about it. Yeah. And Jessa Said is watching, and
Thanks for watching, Jessa.
yeah, that's it for now. Yeah. So Aldrin, back to you.
Back to you, Sir Aldrin. I-promote mo naman ng YouTube channel mo.
Oh yeah, we can talk about your
You're
YouTube channel, Aldrin.
promoting, yeah.
Yeah.
If you want to learn about labor law here in the Philippines, you want to learn about about annulment, about violence against women and their children, please watch my YouTube channel at Bacon Palacio. And please leave a comment that you learned about my channel from Rainbow Connection. So I could say hi to you.
Oh,
I may
nice,
not
nice.
respond immediately, pero I do try to respond to as many comments as I can.
So it's Bacon Palacio, right? That's the
That's the YouTube channel.
that's the YouTube
Yeah,
channel.
The YouTube channel.
Yes.
Okay.
And don't you have another
Bacon Palacio.
YouTube? Sorry.
Go
Don't
for
you
it.
have another YouTube channel? How to teach aspiring lawyer to pass their bar exam?
Yeah, that's the same.
That's the same.
Yeah, that's the same. How to pass the bar exam, or at least tips for passing the bar exam and tips for law school. Yeah, it's in Bacon Palacio as well. The story is I wanted my channel to become a law school channel, but then again I realized that hey, as a lawyer, many people here in the Philippines don't know about their rights, so I shifted from law school or bar exam tips to labor law. So I shifted my entire channel. I left behind annulment. I left behind violence against women, then shifted everything to labor law. Basically, I have a lot of script already prepared, but I haven't shot them yet because I have to prepare everything, edit everything, take care of the set, and do all the subtitles. So it's going to be labor intensive. So right now I'm focusing on my clients' cases. But I'll upload videos in the future. Pero probably this year I'll upload some.
Oh, I see. In Aldrin, wasn't it your first job was a Supreme Court?
My first job outside of the family business is as an interpreter for the Metropolitan Trial Court of Metro Manila. No. Caloocan, sorry. Metropolitan Trial Court of Caloocan. Then, when I became a lawyer, I went to the Regional Trial Court in Navotas as a court lawyer.
I see. And how long did you do that?
Between 2012 to, I think I left at 2018, yeah. 2012 to 2018. So 6 years.
Oh, I
6
see.
years.
Yeah.
Tagal din.
Time flies. Yeah. Time flies. And it didn't even felt 6 years.
Ako, Attorney Aldrin, I want to get a snapshot of that annulment part of your, how is that journey? Anong mga type ng cases na ano mo sa annulment?
Basically, it's foreigners wanting their divorce recognized in the Philippines, or at least OFWs from the Middle East. They want to file an annulment here. But the problem is, when I tell my clients, hey, here is my fee for the annulment, and they go like, I can't afford that.
Oh, really?
Is there a reason bakit ganun kataas ang fee ng annulment versus any other types of, kagaya na nga ng mga labor issues, violence against women? Bakit ganun kaano yung annulment? Is it because of the
Because you
client?
have, sorry, because you have to hire a psychologist or a psychiatrist. You need to hire them. Basically, they're expensive as well. Then, of course, you have to take into consideration that the case would take years, and you would have to appear repeatedly. Basically, the annulment industry here in the Philippines operates in a package setup. Unlike in other cases, your client pays you as you do the job. You write the pleading, your client pays you. In annulment, it's packaged. Everything should already be in the package. Outside anything, if you want to charge your client exceeding that package, you'd have to get his or her consent, and usually they don't agree. So you have to set the package a little bit higher to take into consideration future expenses that you may not have foreseen. Then, of course, that package is only for the regional trial court or the family court in the Philippines. Then the Court of Appeals section, you have to charge additional there as well. Then when the case goes to the Supreme Court, you have to charge additional there as well. And when you tell the client that, hey, for example, let's say 200,000. Hey, 200,000 is only for the first level. You'd have to pay another set of fees for the Court of Appeals and another set of fees if your case reached the Supreme Court.
So on
So
an
basically,
average, ano talaga ang
Price?
minimum to max, right? For annulment.
The minimum the minimum I've seen, some lawyers charge about 90,000 for the first level, but really good lawyers would charge more than that, 200, 150. Basically, if you say 200, then they're gonna say, sorry, attorney, I can't afford that. Even though they're already working abroad, they can't afford that. So then, if they cannot afford that, then definitely they cannot afford your fees for the Court of Appeals, just in case
Kasi sa court mas
you lost.
expensive.
Yeah. My question, Aldrin, is how come, aside from it's expensive, but it takes years to get approved?
For the first level courts, it
Yeah.
will take you, on a good day, about 2 years.
Wow.
2 years, 3
yeah.
years, something like that.
Yeah.
On a
that's
good
long.
day.
Yeah. So it could, it's possible it could be longer too, right?
Yeah, it could be. It
Yeah.
usually is.
Most of the time it's longer than that.
Yeah, usually it's
Yeah.
longer.
Yeah, it's longer.
I've seen annulment cases go on for 5 years for the first level, then another 5 years for the Court of Appeals, and something in the order of 10 years in the Supreme Court. Right now, the Supreme Court is trying to expedite, trying to make it simpler for all of its cases. So hopefully, in the future, cases won't drag on too long.
So as an attorney there, anong opinion mo sa approving a divorce in the future sa Philippines? Are you seeing that in the future?
The Philippine Congress already filed bills for divorce. I have no opinion in it. If the Philippine Congress like to pass a law for divorce, then go. As long as it goes through proper debate. Problem is, a lot of pro-divorce segments of the Philippines don't want any debate. They just give it to us. Give it to us. They don't want any debate about it. So the conservatives here in the Philippines is saying, let's talk about it first. There are consequences to divorce. then the pro-divorce, why? There's no consequences for divorce. It's like they're denying. The pro section is in denial that there's no downside to divorce, but the anti section, they're being too strict about protecting the family, protecting this. A divorce should be allowed in certain cases, especially in domestic abuse cases. It should be allowed in those cases.
So marami bang
However,
cases na ganito?
yeah, go ahead.
Marami bang cases na ganito, or more on you see that they're going through these cases because they have properties to fight about, or yung mga ganun? Ano bang main goal ng mga client mo na majority?
Usually the majority of the annulment cases that I see, they're not fighting over custody, they're not fighting over properties. They just want to be done with each other. Usually that's the case. Usually even the wife already has a new family. The husband already has his own family somewhere in, for example, Saudi Arabia or somewhere else, Canada or stuff like that. Usually that's the case. That's the normal case. They just want to be done and over with each other. They're not fighting over anything. However, once you pass a divorce law, that could change. We don't know what the effect will be. Maybe custody battles, like in the United States, you'd see that. Maybe property battles will now become much more common. I don't know. But basically, that's what lawyers are forecasting, and that's why a lot of lawyers are also for divorce.
For divorce.
Because it's going to give them more business.
Yeah.
Totoo yun.
Aldrin, I have a question here from the viewers actually, and she's also our sponsor, Ellen Bautista from Show My King.
Hi,
So the
Ellen.
question, hi Ellen. Hi Attorney Aldrin, what is your advice for couples who cannot afford to file annulment?
If you're in the Philippines, you're Filipino, I suggest that you file for legal separation so that you could already separate your properties at least.
Oh,
But
I see.
if one of you is a citizen of a foreign country that allows divorce, get a divorce in that country, then have your divorce recognized here in the Philippines. It's going to be much more cheaper that way.
Oh, I see.
So yeah, usually most of the inquiries I get comes from Canada and the United States. They got a divorce there. They want it recognized here in the Philippines.
I think it does.
I
It
think
happened
it's
to
good,
a
yeah.
few people that I know. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
And that's the cheapest way to get a divorce. The
So
annulment's really
instead of
difficult.
annulment, divorce, separation first,
Yeah.
and then
Just to subdivide the
kung may divorce
properties,
silang
yeah.
na-apply, acknowledge sa Philippines.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes, that's the usual case. Now, if you're already a citizen of a foreign country, just get a divorce straight out. Then once you get a divorce, just get it recognized here in the Philippines. But if you're a Filipino, just get a legal separation first.
Legal separation.
Then wait for a pro-divorce Congress and a pro-divorce president so that we could get divorce here in the Philippines.
Also, you mean to say that you can only file a divorce if you're, let's say, for somebody who's citizen here? If you're a permanent resident, you can't file a divorce? If you have a husband in the Philippines? I didn't know that.
If you're Filipino, you cannot. If you're Filipino, you cannot get a divorce anywhere else.
Oh.
Yeah, the country will not recognize it. You need to get an annulment. Technically, we call that nullification of an marriage. That's what is really happening. You're not really annulling a marriage. Annulment is very technical here in the Philippines. We're just using annulment as colloquially, but you're filing a nullity of marriage here in the Philippines if we're talking about annulment.
Oh.
So that's the technicality of it. However, let's just use annulment to refer to nullity of marriage. So here in the Philippines, annulment is very difficult to get because first you have to prove that when you got married, or that one of you is incapacitated to marry, or they didn't know what they're getting into,
Yeah.
probably because they have some psychological problems or
Yeah.
whatever. But at the end of the day, that's the thing. You have to prove that, and that's very difficult to prove.
Oh, I see. Yeah, Aldrin, I hate to cut you off, but I have to take another break. We'll be right back and stay with us.
Stay with us, everyone.
Thank you, Aldrin. Yeah.
Thanks, Al.
Our company is committed to providing truthful, honest, competent, and result-oriented service through advising and representing our clients in Canada and overseas in a wide range of immigration matters. We focus on providing support, building dependable relationships, and promoting success. We are dedicated to understanding what results you want and to helping you understand what actions we can take on your behalf.
And we're back, but before
hapon
we
po ulit.
before we go on with Aldrin, I wanted to do shout out with at Gourmet House
Gourmet
here in
House.
Wilson, next to
Yan.
Marcelina House of Lechon. Hi, shout out to Kuya Jerry. Thanks for the food, and also to his business partner, which is Raquel. Hi.
Hi, Raquel.
And also, I wanted to say hi to.
Dami po kaming listahan dito.
I know, and I think I lost it somewhere here.
I want to say thank you to the North Star team, Annalisa and Ellen, for all the stuff and for having me, guys, last week, yung weekend na yon. Thank you for the warm welcome, tsaka sa mga products that you guys will see here na ipopromote namin dalawa ni Ian.
Oh yeah, that one. And I went to a birthday party last night actually with the Edgeless dance company.
The Ageless,
yeah,
yes,
and
and
they were
also hi
dancing
to
there,
the
so I was there.
Ageless.
Yeah, and I went to visit their studio. You should come too, right? One of these days,
I will
right?
get there
Yeah.
one of these days.
For the first time now, I went there and we went to a birthday party and Kuya Eddie, I think is his name. Yeah, happy birthday. Happy 60th birthday.
Happy 60th.
Yeah, and
Sir
also I
Eddie.
wanted to say hi to what's his name now? Bong. I forgot your last name, but say hi to you and thank you for following Rainbow Connection. He recognized me actually. Yeah,
That's good.
yeah. So thanks for
Marami naman ang
following.
nakaka-recognize sa Rainbow
yeah,
Connection.
of course, Tom's Radio. He said he's following the Tall Order.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
With
of course,
Sir Mon.
yeah.
And happy birthday to Tito Mon.
Yeah, happy birthday, Tito Mon. Yeah.
Ako naman,
And-
I wanna say hi to Mimi and friends. Hello. Nanonood sila.
Yeah. Hi, Mimi. Yeah. And Aldrin, we're back to you. Hi,
Sir
Aldrin.
Aldrin.
Yeah.
Pasensya ka na, ang haba ng listahan namin dito.
Yeah. For shout out.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me back.
You're welcome. Yeah. We should bring you back because
We
I think
will
we
bring
have
you
a
back.
lot of questions too, you know?
Maraming may tanong
Yeah.
para sa'yo, since
Yeah.
you're the expert
Yeah,
there.
because people are actually watching, you know, and they wanted to ask questions.
And again, if you can repeat your YouTube channel for everybody, para mapanood nila yan,
My YouTube channel is at Bacon Palacio.
at Bacon Palacio.
PIO, then Bacon.
There you go,
That's it.
for everyone.
Bacon, like, the bacon. that we eat for breakfast,
Ang
right?
bacon talaga kailangan. Every attorney yan, siyempre. They have to work with bacon, di ba?
Yeah.
Aldrin.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's... so, Aldrin, you have your own practice? You don't work for a
Yeah, I have
company?
my own. I have my private practice.
Private practitioners.
Yes, yes. Oh,
Aside
private
from
practice, yeah.
labor law, I used to venture into other fields of law. However, focusing on one side of law is much more efficient than if you're alone. If you're a single practitioner, it's easier to focus on one segment of law and be good at it. So I'm just focusing on labor law at the moment. But
You're
I
not
used
thinking
I
of
used to handle a lot of other stuff.
hindi ka naman nag-iisip ng parang corporate. Make it corporate, make it every channel. Sa'yo yung labor and then hire another lawyer to deal with annulment. Wala namang ganon in the future. Wala bang plan?
In the future, I'd probably explore that. But right now, I want to focus on my YouTube channel and grow it. Because I also have. Okay, when I passed the bar, or before I passed the bar, I went to a church and asked, "Hey, if you make me a lawyer, I'm gonna make it worth your while." I told God. So this is my way of making it worth His while.
So may purpose pala
That's
talaga.
why I want to go back to uploading more videos. Right now, I'm just too busy to do that because I do everything from start to finish, and also my computer's slow.
Dako, iyan.
That's
Ito na. It's time to send.
Computer.
Aldrin, ibigay mo lang address mo. Kaya naman i-ship ni Tita Ian yan. Computer lang.
Now you put me on the spot.
I'll send Tita Ian my address.
May P.O. box to si Attorney Aldrin.
Is it the computer or the internet? The internet is slow there too. His computer is
my
fast, I guess.
hardware.
Oh,
My
okay.
hardware is
Kasi
really slow.
video kailangan talagang malaking space niyan.
Yeah.
Your graphics card needs to be top notch. Then your processor and your
Ang speed.
RAM needs to be at a certain level. Right now, my hardware is struggling when I edit. That's why I can't upload long videos. Usually 20 minutes, and that's
That's the maximum na.
the maximum I could process reasonably. And then when you export that to make it into a video, it takes about 4 hours just to export the entire thing.
Wow. Yeah, you
That
have a
was
problem right there.
slow.
Kailangan
Yeah.
talaga
That's really
ng
slow.
bagong machine. Yan
Yeah.
talaga. Sir Ian.
Yeah.
We have viewers na nakikinig dyan. Malay mo naman, Sir Aldrin. Baka biglang iba to na lang sa amin dito. Ang bagong hardware.
Huwag naman iba to. Because we're gonna get hurt.
Marami kaming sponsor. Lately, we've been getting a lot of sponsors. So, thank you
Yeah,
po
I
sa
think-
lahat ng nanonood.
Yeah, and thanks for the sponsors. We want a special mention, Ellen Bautista too.
Ellen
right?
and
Yeah.
Annalisa too.
And Annalisa, yeah.
Yeah.
At
The
Shamay
North
King.
Star team,
Yeah.
Shamay King. Yes.
Yeah, and we're getting more sponsors. Like I'm meeting someone also like on Saturday, yeah, to do commercial with us. Yeah. So yeah, do you have anything for Aldrin?
Ako kay Aldrin, any advice sa mga, may mga issues na gusto nilang i-bring up sa'yo? How do you approach a lawyer for any kind of issue? Whether it's annulment, what's the best way of approaching a lawyer to get yung pinaglalaban nila para you can fight for them and also to get a reasonable deal. Kasi alam naman natin na ang cost ng lawyer, di ba? It's always more.
Okay, this is going to be controversial for most Filipinos, but if you're going to approach a lawyer, as much as possible, if your lawyer tells you, "Hey, this is my fees, are you okay with it?" Don't lowball them. Lawyers hate that.
Oh, okay.
I mean, here's the deal. You're not paying us for writing for 2 hours or 3 hours at a time. You're paying us because we already have expertise
Yes.
for that particular field of law that you need us for. And you cannot get expertise unless you become a lawyer and you study and you study the law to be applied in real life. Because when you're in law school, you're just learning the theories and the raw text of the law. But once you become a lawyer, you have to apply that. And that takes a lot of time to learn, to get expertise on. So you're basically paying your lawyer for the expertise. So don't lowball them. Yeah, sure, try to ask for a discount and stuff like that.
Pero alam mo naman,
And
syempre,
then
mga Pilipino Pwede ba tumawad dito? I don't know. Di ba alam mo na yan? Normal
Yeah,
As
lang.
a typical Filipino.
Yeah,
Filipino.
if that's what they're saying, hey, attorney, I can't afford that your fees, so can you meet me halfway or something like that? Yeah, sure, no problem. We would be amenable to negotiations, but most of the time, here's what happens. Hey, for example, my fee is 200,000. Attorney, I can only afford 50,000. So you're asking for 150,000 discount, and then most of the
That's way too
money.
much.
Insult na yun, di ba?
Yeah,
insult.
this really happens. Most of the it happened to me a lot of the time. And here's the thing: the fee for the psychological, for the psychologist or the clinical psychologist is like what, 30 to 50,
30 to 50.
if you're lucky, 30 to 50. So the lawyer will no longer be earning anything.
Oh, so ang packet mo
From
talaga
from that.
it's not much.
You're not really
Kasi
packing
package pala talaga dyan. Kailangan talaga may
Yeah.
psychologist na involved.
Yeah, and you need to and if your client really cannot afford it, if a person or if a Filipino cannot afford to hire a professional lawyer, a private lawyer, then they could always go to the public attorney's office and ask for help. Most of the time, however, if you're asking for annulment, only a few people would qualify, because most of the people who wants to get annulled are earning more
They're
than
making
the
money.
cutoff for the public attorney's office.
So may cut-off lang. May,
Yeah,
tinitignan
they
nila
have a
ang
cutoff
income.
for that. With regards to labor disputes, you could always go to the public attorney's office straight. Even if you're a manager, you got terminated, as long as it's a labor dispute, you can go and ask help from the public attorney's office. If you're a victim of violence against women, yeah, you could go to the public attorney's office. Even if you're a manager, stuff like that, you can go to the public attorney's office for initial triage, a legal triage, as we say it. But most of the time, people who wants annulment, they can afford to pay for a lawyer. They just don't want to pay
Yun na nga.
the amount being asked by the lawyer.
Hindi naman
That's
kasi
my experience at
which
least.
is not reasonable naman din if you are also feeding your family, existing family, just to get annulled. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
That's why divorce would be beneficial for most Filipinos. But again, we have to have the debate on divorce before it passes, because if you just force it, no one would be happy.
It's not going to happen. Yeah.
Yeah, for example, the violence against women, a domestic abuse law. Men are not protected. The husbands or the boyfriends, they don't have protection against domestic violence, and that's unfair
Totoo yun.
because they rushed the law.
Yeah. Totoo.
They should pass a new law.
Hindi nila alam ang
including-
babae pwede ring manakit, no? Hindi nila talaga yun.
Yeah.
Or
I mean, in the
yeah.
United Kingdom, 30% of domestic abuse victims are male, are the men. And among the men who are victims of domestic violence, a lot of them commit suicide. And that's the statistics
Statistic niyan.
in America.
Kita mo nga, no? Thank you so much, Sir Aldrin, sa mga
Oh, then,
information
yeah,
na
this is
sinishare mo
very
sa amin.
informative for our viewers.
Oo.
Yeah, very
Sa
interesting
viewers
discussion.
namin,
Yeah.
for us too.
Yeah,
And for taking the time, alam namin na it's too early in the Philippines.
and you answered one of the
Yeah.
viewers' questions also about the annulment, which is good.
And we hope to bring you
Yeah.
back again because I'm sure we will have a lot of questions for you. Hindi lang kami, pati mga viewers namin.
And
Yeah.
thank you for having me on, and it will be my pleasure to come back.
Yeah, we should do it again soon. Yeah.
I-update ka namin kung isa-send na ni Sir Ian ng computer sa PO Box mo.
Yeah.
Yeah, nasa September na tayo, so the bare months, malapit na ang December.
Yeah. My tita sent me an astronomical telescope when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Yun.
You
When I
still
was in
remember
India.
that?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. Yeah. He was asking for it, I think, when he was young. Yeah. Aldrin, your teacher's pet growing up, right? When you were at St. Stephen's, when you were in elementary grades, right? Because I remember your mom told me that your teacher wrote a letter to your mom saying that you should buy Aldrin Lego because he's good.
Yeah.
Like his mind is just like out there, like you know,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
he-
My kindergarten teacher said that.
oh yeah. So
Yeah, my
his mom bought him a
kindergarten teacher
Lego.
said that.
It's because he can build because his mind is just like when you were growing up you said ito ang beer sa commercial right on TV and then Andre would say how old were you at that time when you said ito ang baso.
I don't know. I was really young. But
Yeah.
I can faintly remember saying that. But you have to understand, my babysitter's the television. That's why I learned English first through Sesame Street
Yeah.
before I even learned Filipino. Because my babysitter's the telly.
Napaka ano naman ng mga babysitter talaga. No? English muna ang tinuturo sa bata.
Yeah. Yeah, their babysitter actually married our cousin.
Oo.
Yeah, right, Aldrin? Yeah. Married your uncle. Yeah.
Yung connection, ha?
Yeah. And Aldrin, thanks again for being our
Maraming
guest
salamat,
today.
Sir
And,
Aldrin
very
Santillan.
interesting. And
Palacio.
yeah, we'll schedule for a next one. I know it's you have to wake up early to be with us today because of the time difference, right? It's 12 hours. It's 5 o'clock
Yeah, 6
a.m.
o'clock.
No, 6 o'clock,
6 o'clock
a.m. there.
Good morning.
It's a pleasure
Yeah.
for us
Yeah.
here to have you, Aldrin, and hopefully we can have you back again
Yeah.
next show.
Yeah, and go back to
Thank you
sleep.
for having me.
Yeah, it's Monday morning there.
Monday morning. Happy Monday sa inyo dyan sa Philippines.
Yeah. Okay, Aldrin, thanks
Eh.
again. Yeah, we'll communicate through Messenger.
Salamat.
About the laptop, I guess.
Thank you.
Okay,
It's
bye.
coming. Any few words before we say goodbye to our viewers
Yeah, go ahead.
and
Chris, you
listeners?
start.
Ako
Yeah.
lang, it's nice to be back here.
Yeah, I'm
studio.
so glad you're here. It's so different when you're not sitting next to me. than when you're on
Maraming
Zoom.
salamat po sa mga nag-sponsor sa amin. Yung mga pinapadala yung mga products. Thank
Oh,
you
yeah.
talaga.
Yeah, we started to use it already, like the soap and
Yeah.
the tea, right? You started with the tea already?
Yeah, marami na
Yeah.
akong in-start, but yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
have to thank everyone.
And thanks,
again.
Ellen and what's her other one? What's her
Ellen and
name?
Annalisa,
Annalisa,
the
also
North
for
Star
the
team,
samples,
and
yeah,
the ageless dancers.
and Mirna, and of course we can't go. We can just say goodbye without mentioning the ageless dancers, right?
Yun, talagang
Yeah, and of course
kailangan
Arceli
talaga.
Salazar,
Arceli
yeah,
and
hi,
team,
and
yeah, salamat sa
yeah,
inyo.
and M and everybody. Sorry guys, I'm not familiar
Maraming
with everybody's
salamat
name.
po.
I'm terrible with
Yeah.
names, and good luck to you guys. And I saw
More
them
power
earlier.
to them. The
Yeah.
ageless, more power
And
to you
they
guys.
have a gala actually with
Yeah, we want to promote their gala. It's coming up this weekend. It's
Yes,
September the 18th,
yeah, at 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock.
Yeah, with Mel Galion. They're gonna be watching. They're gonna be dancing with Mel Galion from Epi Foods.
Yes.
Yeah. So we'll see you guys on Saturday.
Busy
Yeah.
po ang weekend natin.
Yeah.
And
And
maraming
we will
salamat.
be by next weekend I will be having my our Rainbow Connection T-shirt, right? Maybe we'll
Yun.
raffle that if you watch us.
Ipopromote
Yeah,
namin ang
our Rainbow
very
Connection
own
T-shirts.
Rainbow
Yeah,
Connection T-shirt for
and you can win
everyone.
that if you watch us and follow us on Facebook and YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we'll show that to you next weekend.
Salamat po.
Thanks again, and thank you, DJ Owen.
Thank you, DJ
Yeah,
Owen.
thanks, Chris, and you're
And
here.
everyone, thanks for making us a part of your weekend.
Goodbye. Okay, bye.
Salamat po.